¿Qué pasa en Europa?
Al emigrar a Estados Unidos y Australia, nos dimos cuenta de la cantidad de europeos que se fueron de su continente.
Y nosotros nos preguntábamos por qué, si uno de los principales destinos a donde buscan emigrar los latinos es al viejo continente.
Por eso les traemos esta serie de videos de entrevistas a europeos emigrados, en donde ellos mismos les van a contar la situación actual de sus países y por qué se fueron de ahí.
¿Sigue siendo Europa una buena opción para emigrar?
Quédate hasta el final para descubrir la verdad.
Bienvenidos al nuevo programa de Pronovios, en el cual tenemos una invitada súper especial, recién llegada de Italia.
Ciao a tutti ragazzi, sono Linda e vengo dall'Italia. I'm from Florence, so it's in the center, north center.
What was your age?
I'm 20 years old.
Can you tell us what's happening in Europe today, or concretely what's happening in Italy?
There's happening a lot of things right now. One of the problems, young people are trying to get out from the old countries, you know?
Yeah.
Europe is, I think, one of the most beautiful places, but it's old. So many young people are going to the north of Europe, maybe, America, United States, Asia. Many people go to Asia also. People in Italy, old people in Italy, they're stuck in the past
Okay.
sometimes.
Would you say that this one is not happening just in Italy, it's the entire Europe?
I think yes. Maybe not the north of Europe, but France, Spain, Germany, Portugal.
Italy, for you, it's an old country or full of old people. Was that like that since forever?
I don't know when it started. It always have been like this. We're really attached to the old traditions, but nowadays our generation can feel it more than the past generation.
Yeah.
It always have been an old country, but now my generation doesn't like it anymore, so
Alright.
they're trying to find something else.
Does your generation, friends, family, brothers, sisters, cousins, emigrates as well? Do you have someone else that is traveling abroad?
Yes, I know many friends, but all my friends that I have here in Australia, they're like Italians like me, my age, my
Italians.
generation. I can feel that we Italians that came here, we have the same thoughts about Italy, the same thoughts about our life in Italy. We all came here to find something new.
Can we talk about money now? Because I know that our audience is really concerned about money. How is money in Italy? How are the euros? How much is a basic salary?
I, of course, noticed the difference between the salary here in Australia and the salary in Italy. There's a big difference. I think in Italy, it depends on what job do you have, of course, but let's speak life for experience. So I'm a waitress here. All my friends in Italy were waitresses, and the difference is, guys, surprising. because-
How much is the difference?
Yeah, a waitress in Italy, like my friend, I think she was paying 7 euros per hour.
Even less.
It's crazy. Per month, it was like 1,200 euros.
Can you live with that?
She lived with her family. Of course, it was a job that she had to like afford something for herself, not for living, just for herself, because she was living with her family,
Yeah.
so she had everything paid for that. Imagine if you are 25 and you have a job like just as a waiter in Italy. You can live with that.
No, you can't live with that.
That's why, here's another problem of Italy, young people can't get out from the parents' house because they don't have money to do that. So that's why in Italy, like 30 years old people still lives with their family.
So it's normal if you are 30 and you live with your parents in Italy?
yes.
Completely normal?
Yes.
Is it easy to get a job in Italy? Is it hard? There are a lot of illegal people working in Italy.
That's another point. It's not simple like here to find a job. If you want to do easy jobs where you don't have like a professional degree or something, I mean, I think you can find it, but of course, it's how I told you, you're not gonna live with that. If you don't have a degree or something, you're gonna have those jobs. And also, yes, there's the problem of the illegal people. Many people in Italy think that all those people comes in Italy and steal the jobs to Italians.
Okay.
But I think that's not true because they're going to work in farms and earn not 7 euros, 1 euro per hour.
Less. Have you met a lot of people that is illegal? Like, for example, Latin Americans, people from Africa on Italy or not?
Yes, Yes, I have this friend who came from Morocco and he told me all his story and I was like crying. He told me about the journey in the desert and then in the boat. It's crazy. The north is completely different from the south. Every city has its own problems. The south have so many problems for the illegal people that comes there, and also the north. In this day, the north is very dangerous. Milan, it's the most dangerous city in Italy. Steal
when
you,
they kidnap you.
kidnap you. Yes, it's one of the most dangerous cities. Young girls, they're telling, please don't go out night alone because it's dangerous. They're gonna kidnap you. Like so many people.
What can you tell us about the language? You must speak Italian, or if you go speak in English, it's gonna be okay.
I think nowadays many people can speak in English in Italy, of course in the big cities. If you want to live there, I think you better learn Italian, of course. Also, it's not a difficult language to learn. I think it's easy. If you go there and live there, I think you can speak it in 1 year, yes.
Okay. Why did you pick Australia?
I didn't pick Australia.
You didn't pick
Let's
Australia.
start
Australia
from
picked
there.
you.
Yes, Australia picked me actually. When I was in Italy, I started to study law. And then after 6 months, I realized that I wasn't liking what I was studying. I decided to get away from Italy and just have a new fresh start, but I didn't know where, how. I didn't know at all how to go out from Italy and start a new life. So my mother, who's Japanese, came in Italy when she was 23 years old.
Okay.
She helped me. The first thing I thought about was like Spain, something close. I was thinking about maybe do the au pair girl, like take care of the child of the families. But then when I told my mom, okay mom, I think I'm going to Spain, she told me no, go away from Europe.
It's
like
the
get
same.
away from Europe.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed, like, what I'm gonna
Go.
do? Yes, go to Australia. And I was like, you're crazy. Like, how am I supposed to go to the other part of the world? She told me about the working holiday visa because I didn't know about it. That night, I was in the Australian government site. I did my visa and I'm here.
What can you tell us about Australia? What are the pros and the cons about living here?
I'm gonna start with the pros. The money, of course. Not because of the money, because I didn't come here to earn money at all. As I said, I came here to have a new start, so I didn't came here for money. But that, of course, really helps to enjoy life, you know, do the experience and don't be stressed about that. When I was in Italy, I was living with my family, I was studying. My parents were like giving me everything. As I arrived here, I didn't ask for like a cent to my parents. It's a big thing for me. 20 years old and I can afford everything like here.
You can live by yourself, by your own means.
Yes.
That's really impressive.
something-
Congratulations.
Thank you. Then of course, general atmosphere here, the people, so different from Italy. Like they're also happy, enjoying their life. I think there are people who's happy enjoying their life in Italy, but you can't feel it.
You can feel it on the street.
No, you can't. feel
There's
it
like
on the
stress, they like
Yes,
rush.
There's always something to
complain.
be stressed, to complain and to be stressed about, you know?
Or what are the cons about Australia? Why didn't you like it, or why do you miss it?
First thing, the food. Sorry.
It was an obvious answer.
It was an obvious answer, but I had to say it. Maybe something, the nightlife, maybe.
Nightlife? Is
Yes.
this boring here?
Yes, a little bit.
Do you consider Italy as a first world country, like United States, like Australia, or it's not quite there?
It's not there like Australia or United States, but of course it's not a country.
It's not Argentina. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle. Yes. It does not have all the opportunities that you can find here in Australia or in the United States, but also you can live there, you can do many things there, so in the middle.
Okay. Do you consider yourself emigrated from Italy? Would you come back to live? Would you want to try something new before thinking about it?
I don't have plans for
Okay.
now, like I'm just living and going with the flow. But for now, I don't want to go back to Italy. Like I don't want to also stay here in Australia
Yeah.
forever. I just want to visit so many countries, try to live in so many places as possible. I want to go to Japan to live there because of my family. In the future, maybe I will go back to Italy because I love my country. After all,
After all.
after all, I love my country. So yes, maybe one day I would love to raise my family in Italy.
Would you say that if we remove the main problem of Italy, for example, if we remove the stress, if we remove the shitty salary, we put like a $20 salary for you in Italy, would you live there?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, so one of the biggest problems is money and
Yeah.
opportunities there.
Yeah.
In Argentina, in Latin America, we are obsessed with Italy. We would love to be there. What would you say to the people from Latin America that is planning to live
No,
in Italy?
I think everyone should try to live in a place if that's the dream, or I think it's important to try. It has its problems. Maybe if you're going out of your country to not have some problems that you have, maybe you could find that problem in Italy too.
And which advice would you give us?
Just try to go there, live there, explore Italy because it's a beautiful country. I think we Italians and Latin Americans, we get along, you know?
Yeah, we got really
Yes,
well.
here in Australia I've met so many people from Latin America. I think we're very similar in many aspects. So
Yeah.
in Italy you will find a country where you have like so many similarities with Italians and in the culture and everything.
Overall, would you say that Italy has a bright future, a good future, or do you see that it's going to be the same for the next 50 years?
Some years ago I thought that Italy was an old country and it was not going to change. But now I'm very hopeful because I hope in my generation. I hope that we will change something. We have raised with like so many problems, so we have that in mind and we want to change it.
Yes.
I want to change that situation. I want to go back to Italy and see a new Italy. I'm hopeful for that.
That's really good to close it. I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much, Linda, for appearing in our program.
Thank
You
you.
can say whatever you want to your family, to your lover, to you.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It was a pleasure. I hope that you understood something that I said.
Muchísimas gracias a ustedes también por estar participando en este programa donde vimos qué es lo que está pasando en Italia, ya vimos también qué es lo que pasó en Francia y próximamente España. Así que suscríbanse y no se pierdan los próximos capítulos. Nos vemos en la próxima. Ci vediamo dopo.
Bye.